All right, you guys are good to go.
Johnny, good to see you. I'm just curious what this has been like for you these first few weeks of spring and a new coaching staff. How's everything going?
Everything's been going pretty good. I've already adapted to the new coaching staff. We became close within these past few weeks, and I'm really liking how it's going.
What was kind of the key to adapting to these guys? I mean, you've gotten to know them over the course of the last few months, but what was kind of the moment that, you maybe felt settled in with them?
I would say a few weeks ago during our training sessions, we got to know the coaches better, like more than football, just like as a person. We always talk to them on and off the field. They always check on us, like off the field, asking us how we're doing and all that type of stuff. So I really felt that connection then.
In terms of like a scheme or, maybe just like the technique, what does Coach Jameson, what's he teaching you? How are you adjusting to, kind of what he's trying to teach you guys?
It's really different from what I was taught last year, but I'm adjusting to it pretty well. I'll be all around the D-line this year, so it's pretty hard adjusting to, I'm not going to lie, but I think I'll have it down pat.
If I remember right, you were kind of all around the line a little bit last year, right? Maybe more inside, or do you think you'll have more of that?
Yes, sir. I was inside a lot, but this year I'll be a little bit of everything, so that's the difference right there.
It seems like a kind of a fun endeavor to line up at different places. You excited for that?
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely excited for it. It's new, but it's definitely, I feel like it's going to work a lot, and I really like it so far.
What do you think of you guys have a pretty good, like a young, really, like a lot of you guys on the defensive line are pretty young. Like Keith is another guy. What do you make of what you guys are able to build there with that defensive line group?
We just always get the knowledge from the older people, Rob, Bobo, Dion. They're always telling us what to do. We ask them like for correction and stuff like that. And coach always helps us when we do wrong. So like, I feel like it's good that we're all young so we could come up together and like learn more, but it's just really fun.
Have you told them that you played running back at one point in your career? Have you sold yourself on a goal line carry yet?
I mention it every day that I play running back. I try to get him in there. I try to get myself in there. So, yeah, they know.
Thank you.
Hey, Johnny, I know there's a couple, veterans out during spring ball. So what's this like for all you young defensive linemen, especially with the new staff there?
It's pretty different. Like the incoming freshmen who just came in during December, I'm teaching them stuff now. So it's like, it's pretty hard adjusting to as me being one of the older people when I'm really one of the youngest persons on the team. So it's just me maturing and on a football level now more than anything.
And what's just been your impressions of Brett Bielema? I know that maybe it was a name you knew a while ago, but like as your head coach for the last 3 months, what's been your impression so far?
He's a pretty cool dude. He's a very smart football-wise. He's teaching us a lot of stuff about reading the offenses, all that type of stuff. I really like him a lot. He has a great personality.
And what do you think this new defense can do for you guys?
It definitely gives us a great variety of choices to pick from, pass and run wise. So I feel like it's more flexible than last year's defense, and we can move a lot of more people around on the field and get a lot of more people in for different formations.
What was last year like for you, Johnny, coming in and making an impact and even starting and playing a big role?
Last year was pretty hard. I'm not going to lie. Just like me adjusting to the speed of the college, coming from high school, everything's just like slow. I'm dominating everything, but in college, like everything happens right then and there. So it's me adjusting to the speed of the game really was the hardest part.
What do you think that experience does for you kind of going into your second year here?
I already know what to expect now. So it's just like me doing my job, really. That's the hardest part about it. I know what to expect. I just have to execute.
Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate it, man.
You're welcome.
seems like Coach Jameson's kind of maybe not as loud as Coach Henry or Coach Kane, but I mean, obviously played for Coach Bielema, has gone through all of this. How are you guys connecting? What's he doing that's helping you, kind of speed up this learning process?
He wants us to get overtime in, watching film, and I do that a lot. He teaches me like every little mistake he gets on me about. He might be quiet, but like he has his moments for sure. So like he always wants us to perfect anything, even if it's like we have to go slow doing it. He wants us to perfect it. So I feel like Coach Jameson's a really good coach. I really like him a lot.
Is there something, I guess, like I know it's a big change, right? And you had to adjust, and then everything you adjusted to is kind of, changed. But is there anything exciting about like a fresh start defensively and a new scheme and, new opportunities for you?
Yeah, not even just me. The whole defensive side is excited, really. We like where it's going so far. We feel like Coach B and Coach JMO, we really have like a good plan going on. So we really feel like this season will be really good defensive wise and offensive wise, really.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Johnny, I'm just wondering if you had to identify something you did well last season, what would you say you did well?
I'd say stopping the run, I feel like I did pretty good on. I know I have a lot of things to work on, but me stopping the run, I think I was pretty good at that.
And then if you had, an area where you want to improve most, what would that be?
It would most definitely be my pass rush, just working my hands a lot, working on getting off the ball, getting off the blocks, really, just pass rush to get sacks.
What do you think is kind of maybe difficult or part of making that transition, to the college game now where you're, working on those things?
Everybody's a lot more physical now, for sure. So like sometimes myself, I'm a little soft. I just have to be more physical, way more physical on the field, just working on getting off blocks.
Coming to Illinois and in the situation you did, with the pandemic, was it kind of hard to make, relationships that you might have been hoping to make as a younger guy in college, or would you say that it wasn't that hard? Like, would you say that has been a challenge for you, or no?
Not really, no. My best relationships are with the people on the team. I feel like I'd like to go out more socially, but due to the pandemic, I can't really do much about that. But I'm really close with the people on our team, so I think that's what matters most.
I'm wondering, like, who allowed you to, break down those barriers and make friends here early on?
Um, oh, I feel like Coach Al Davis, the old defensive tackle coach, I would never really talk a lot, really, honestly. So he just told me to be more social with everybody else, like get to learn people more and just so you can have more friends. So I think that's what really helped me with that.
Cool. Some of the coaches, in these past couple months have talked about, the challenge of building relationships with you guys as a new staff and, it kind of being compounded by the times. So I'm just wondering, like, is there anything cool that they've done to try and, help guys bond as a team or bond with the new staff?
Yeah. So we have this competition where we're in groups of like, they know like it's people we never really communicate with. So they put us in groups to like do group activities and competitions to win. So we have to communicate with each other and doing that competition, like it gets us closer. We talk a lot. And then after that, we'll talk about it more. So I feel like the group competitions with like the people who we really never talk to on the team, that helps us get closer a lot.
Cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Johnny, I know Coach Bielema said the scrimmage on Saturday. I think he said maybe there will be some parents able to come. Do you have? I know it's quite a haul for your family, but is there any plan on them or?
Not this weekend, but next weekend I plan on having family come up here to watch me. But I don't know. It's pretty far, right? So we'll see how that goes.
Did you get a chance to go home after the season for a couple weeks or a month or whatever?
Yeah, I went home for about probably 2 weeks. I think, yeah, 2 weeks, and then I had to come back up.
Okay, cool. And then I wanted to ask, like, Coach talked about not really, kind of making practices physical this year and getting after it a little bit with tackling. And how do you guys like that? It seems like maybe that's a little bit of a change than what you guys are used to.
Personally, I love it. I love being physical. I love tackling a lot. So I really like it. It's very different from what we did last year. Last year we had a lot of walkthroughs, a lot of shells, and just helmets. So this year we're physical regardless. So I love it.
Does it bring the competition up any, being that much more physical in practice?
Definitely. Always, like every practice is competition. People arguing with each other. I love it, honestly. It's just everybody wants to win. So that's the main part about it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hopefully your family can make it up soon.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Anybody else have anything for Johnny?
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Johnny.